As we move through life and grow, the interwoven connection we may know, if everything at once was shown, would I consider myself to be alone? There is something to look forward to, as in the next time I will see you, the many times that I wonder, what you are thinking and what you ponder. When we talk, there are usually few words, conversational music, the singing of birds. I would like our relationship to grow fonder. The times I think of you as I wander, many thoughts are hidden in my mind, to be revealed at a later time.
I wonder about a situation unknown, a pen and paper in front of me shown, the days of hope that this will continue, when I feel fresh, clean, and brand new, awake and aware, soft warm breeze in the air, alive and free, without worry or care, a time to let down my guard. I didn't know, the innocence of the heart it may show, childhood play and what I would say, in remembering that day, I just want to stay. This world can be wonderful if I allow, I can always choose to rearrange the now, so on to the next phase of life today, letting the world unfold and display.
Invested learning to apply toward this, what could possibly be continuous bliss? Curious about these feelings at times, a point where it all seems to align, the lessons life has offered until today, to help us know a path and a way, towards an experience with each scenario, moving with us in the way a thought goes. Yet, I know what's right, so that's why I write, glowing vibe in essence, a smile to share, expression with the way I truly can care, with this, and that, with faith and time, I am thankful for the ability to rhyme.
A divine source is always guiding us, for this reason I have complete trust, through doorways into the future, angels around us with all things pure, an adventure of this known love, as I gaze at the stars above, focusing toward what my eyes can see, the possibilities branch out, as if on a tree, options selected and memories collected, all of this our God has directed, conscious thoughts of what is now here, surrounding environment, so far, yet near, enjoyment moving forward with ease, in the way this happens for you and for me.
As I think about what was told, many words and actions, as we get old, yet with a soft-spoken voice, I know we always have a choice, step by step toward a destination, gratitude for the current situation, preference leans toward a favorite, so it is time again to celebrate, the preciousness of each moment, all that it holds within it, night and day, time in formation, stories passed along as if in circulation, as mystical vapor forms in the air, all this is cherished, sacred, unique and rare.
Doing this to honor someone else, infinite patience negating the jealous, dedication, waiting when contemplating, the best I can do without complicating, what is most important in life while here. Gratitude and thanks for all I hold dear, with this thought to serve others, the needs that reveal what was covered, governing laws surround to obey, 10 commandments and the rest of the day, caring, understanding, loving, and forgiving, a truth this world is consistently revealing, a wonderful world, a home in heaven, life is miraculous as it surrounds within.
Divine intervention and timing will guide, there is no reason for my emotions to hide, I look forward to the good times we'll share, I hope you realize about how much I care, when a focus throughout the day will show, the way I truly want things to go, I'll try my best and send you my love, a peace within, around, below and above, all things good will arrive to you today, I want to affirm that I am thankful as I pray, as for what is now and how things are, I will do my best while you are away so far, God. Please send her to be by my side. These are feelings of an adventurous ride.
Thank you for the understanding and freedom, alone, my best friend. I know who I am, with the way it is and what I want to be, the way I am and what you need from me. As we are connected through time and space, at times we are both in the same place. Mutual expectations within these situations, learning to be, peace within patience, focused, thoughts about our relationship, many people going with the flow of it. Resistance is persistent, if not allowed. Please stay in this eternal time of now, the past, a story, the future, a dream, scenarios change with what words bring.
A forward pattern circles eternity, forever moving with and through purity, within the soul, behind the ego's disguise, peace of mind and the kingdom arrives, transfer change, contemplate innocence, the middle starts towards words like this, a next step shown within a sequence, good feelings revealed for times of bliss, steps toward the smoothing of resistance, conscious mind, the thoughts are consistent, position realigned for an original path, how can a riddle be solved with math? Amazing production, constructing to watch, a seed, water, soil, and the sunlight caught.
Within this perspective, This view, I have no doubt what to do, whether rejection or acceptance, how it's meant to be, has kept this. There is always another way, keeping an open mind in what I say, an expansion of possibilities, my molecules, a vibe and frequency, with what dreams are made of, yet, I focus on reality, because, that is where I can create, my thoughts, my path, and my fate to fine-tune my enjoyment, where it is and where it went.
I may not understand why all this is, I've been guided and protected through this, I am still here to write this poem, for right now here is my home, simple words, an essence to know, this takes me in the way it will go, I feel that regardless or with regard, I can make this easy or hard, if I want I can connect to enjoy, if I want I can create or destroy, selecting with care my actions on a thought, applying what life lessons have taught, to write this and do what I can, has this all made me who I am?
How could I prevent repeated patterns? Of what to me really matters, the things I hold sacred each day, to not worry about what I'll do or say, to not look back and embrace the past, rather to look forward, to make it last, conscious movement in what I'm doing, as I try to continue with what I'm pursuing. If irrational or paranoid thought returns, I'll identify it and address the concern, focusing on all that is now, may be the way to figure out how. It may seem that is the way, simply put, today is today.
There is a way to view life just as it is, direction or place in that or this, I'm finding it's true what they say, no matter where I go, there I am today, it seems there is something needed, without it I feel depressed and depleted, to follow my bliss, purpose and passion, not avoiding it in an ordinary fashion, rather to take control and do what I love, just as an astronomer looks at the sky above, the choice of doing what I enjoy, hiring myself with this job I employ, inertia of moving consistently to create, I embrace the moment, the day, and my fate.
Getting involved in the world I live, there is a way that I may give, keeping away from thoughts too addictive. During the times I feel indecisive, I signed up for one of life's lessons, my struggle of letting go of possessions, my request became something true, caring enough to let things be with you, the experience I learned from. When I thought it was all coming undone, it was a blessing, so I now know, this is the way it will go, a soothing effect on how things are, yet knowing I must continue to travel far.
Looking back at the thoughts I believed, rather depressing in myself I deceived, I made a choice in a pattern of thought, instead of romance. Loneliness I bought, I chose to focus on what I didn't have, obviously this made me very sad, now that I've identified this, I need action, to know and believe in complete satisfaction, to forgive myself for believing those things, if I don't, it will continue to be, I want to realize what is right, to enjoy, to prosper, to live a happy life. All of this is available to me at any time, to always enjoy each moment I find.
Too quick, slow it down, not realizing what's all around, I know I have options, with what I have thoughts on, taking time to relax and think, slowly pouring what I drink, finding a question of yes or no, hoping and praying that I know, holding on by letting go, to see what reality will show, clearing the obstacles, for the good of all, the day they will eventually call, ring, ring, answer it now, I guess I'm unsure to question how.
A view in which I can see them, opportunities appear and doors open, word structure with phase changes, conceptual twists and time phases, all of the other curiously interesting ways, to occupy a moment throughout the day, okay, just a few seconds ago, something I can't describe, yet I know, with the essence of the source, channeling the capability of course, just letting things move as I let them go, a direction I've chosen within the flow, why would I want to pursue that again? The consistency of now is soon to be then.
A philosophical question, that is oh so nice, can a person step in the same river twice? If the river is named it can be done, yet original water molecules make it fun, different water from around the world, consistently spinning with twirls, a changing view, who I am and the life I live, the eternal changing life God gives, a whole new view of what things are, naming it for stability, if this goes too far, if I really want change, a particular flow, a truth in perception, and a way I'll know, a stream, with water, or shifting formation, all is within the perspective of a definition.
Contemplating within a neutral ground, human nature in silence, no sound, coming together to relate to it all, climb real high, or decide to fall, beneath the majority and a truth to tell, looking back now, I hope that I fell, to the calmness and peace underneath, knowing who I am to find my relief, worthy of worthy of others to project a thought, what something is and what it is not. Precious love, please hold me down, without the within, forward and around, these small pieces expand throughout, centering in balance, leveled in the now.
With faith I hope for life to arrive. I have to admit, I'm the one to decide, to give life in physical form a chance. I've learned of the non-physical dance. I interact in society the best I can, to know life and to know who I am. Am I wrong in the assumptions I think? As I sit, taking sips of the coffee I drink, that's probably it. I analyze everything. This shows a frictional way of being. One thing leads to another in a smooth way. How the time moves through the day. Of course time moves forward on a clock. Psychologically it is a boat with no dock.
Within a moment, things are in control, then out of control and on a roll, swept away, yet, with faith and trust, knowing what I can't change, yet I must. It's not my job to do so. I try my best to let God and let go, and the bigger picture I may see, a perspective to relax and let things be. What happens today has possibility, thankful for what is taken care of for me, visualize a dream, and look forward, in what I most want to move toward, shifting into the wonderful view. I'll look forward to spending time with you.
I'll take small steps toward larger goals. It seems to be the best way I know. At times, motivation can be a difficulty, defining what that truly means to me. For too long, there was a time period, to make a change, or face the fear of it. I want to identify where I went astray, to take action with progress in a way, while in the past, my conscience took a toll, away in the world, what my mind told. Ironically, that's what I worried about, avoiding the task, my head in the clouds. I'll make a long story short, of course. All things emanate from a wonderful source.
While I interact with society, I wonder, what is the right way to be? I notice certain people will go with the flow, or use their silence to hide what they know, not with an unusual question or action, rather to gain their satisfaction. Am I searching for the truths of the world? This crazy little planet spins and twirls. Is there somewhere else we all know? The infinite realms of heaven is where to go, surrender to the creator of life. I may just find my beloved wife. For now I'm just learning about myself. Opportunities bloom in wise inner wealth.
There is a goal, a dream, a way to be. I don't want other things to distract me. I find throughout the day I go, a focus during the time I know. It's quite easy actually, once I identify what I want and not worry why. Following a vision of what I know is right. Realign when my focus is off-site. Honor what I feel is special to me. Using time, awareness, and energy, respecting what I give great value, commitment to what I feel is true, the relationship I want to have with you. I sincerely want to do the best I can do.
Embracing courage to allow this to be, what it truly is I may be able to see. I tend to assign a label to how I think, the ingredients of the beverage I drink, experience a taste, not to be categorized, allowing to savor, to be mesmerized, whether 5 minutes or 5 hours. Any thought we relate to is ours. Beliefs between the times I ponder, I daydream, meditate and wander, to not know and be okay regardless. When beginning, no matter how far it is, dreams of now, wishes of my desires, as the sun rises and the night retires.
Something just doesn't feel right. Internal morality is the fight. I feel like I'm holding on. Fears of my possession being gone, those things I should set free, when none of this was meant for me. Feeling the shame of my insecurity, creating my own plan egotistically, being real with fear itself, not knowing the true definition of wealth. Is it possible to understand love? For myself this means God above, hoping for an optimistic visual, knowing of my dark side's residual.
It seems that I needed logic, to realize that I don't need logic, to surrender, let go, and not worry, rationalizing my actions of hurry, or a relaxed pace where I allow it to be. When the solution now arrives to me, what intuitively feels as the next step? Let go of the emotional baggage I kept. Do I need to struggle for a reason? Change and growth through life seasons, a forward movement starts the ball rolling. Release a thought, my mind was controlling. It progressively makes this the best it can be, an intellectual door, opened with a key.
Gather together and hold tight with faith. Unified time and space will not separate. Equations of equal, greater, or less than, yet human equality is possible. We can. A mind may struggle in emotion and thought, through a balance of what is and what's not, work together to evaporate what separates. It's only natural to give and to take, although it's not easy at times for optimism. a challenge to practice it with discipline, a cycle forward, movement and growth, relocation of what the here and now is worth, perception, perspective, and description. I'll follow my heart with love and conviction.
I listen to my wisdom internally, interacting with what happens externally, visualizing what overall is the rest of today, remembering the choices of yesterday. They connect to accumulate this way, the actions I take and the words I say, the thoughts I entertain in my brain. Interactive expression is the game, taking responsibility in what I create, for myself and others, with what is my fate, not victimized, when acting on my behalf, as to find a sense of humor and to laugh. This all adds up to what unfolds as my day, an entire life connected in what I display.
At times I'm not who I want to be, when clear and rational thinking I cannot see. Human emotion includes anger and sadness. It seems I cannot always keep my happiness, not intentionally making that choice. I want to recognize this as part of my voice, lessons of a realization and still growing. Within me there is still a knowing, nobody is perfect. Is that an excuse? If I'm at war with myself, I need a truce, to be gentle with the mistakes made. Life continues on, as the oceanic waves, patience and forgiveness of myself and others. Emotion ranges like a spectrum of colors.
To find my way in the journey each day. Not all maps do what they say, yet if I was to use a compass and know, my emotional navigation will help me go. I recognize the thoughts I am thinking, metaphorically if I'm floating or sinking, what I want and how I interact. I'm fairly sure this is scientific fact. Regardless, there is something to be said, the wise inner voice in my head, not the same as a fast racing thought. Calm awareness is a clarity that's caught. As I want good relationships with others, I can then realize the territory it covers.
Water can be expressed in different ways, scientific or throughout linguistic arrays, created, destroyed, a change in formation, ice or vapor, with the potential of creation. Variables give a clue of the temperature. It is what it is. In a vague way I'm sure, the indescribable life water gives us, properties held, in which we trust. It's fascinating and I often think, I recognize this when I take a drink. Enlightened gratitude. Step back and observe, how much of nature will be conserved? A snowflake, steam, or merely a storm. It is who we are in physical form.
I'll transmit words, from thought to paper, an attempt to love myself as my neighbor, frequency of sound behind the meaning, tuning into a visualized way of dreaming, received as a feeling, follow this thought, to know what I'm thinking and what I'm not, an unobserved signal sent out in possibility. Faith may determine if it is synchronicity. Step back to view the big picture, the wisdom I've learned from scripture, a perspective of what this world is. My reality is balanced by what I give, in expectation of a future scenario, moving forward to find out where this goes.
Time within the mind is where I'll focus, only what is referred to as hocus pocus. If I entertain and run with a thought, instead of always referring to a clock, yet thinking clearly and loving dearly, understanding this is important to me, recognize what's around and within, who am I and where have I been? Here, there, and everywhere, with unconditional or traditional care. Oh well, what I've attempted to tell, I'll slow down and admit that I fell, in love, in word, and in motion. Natural life is the magical potion.
To define what the sound creates, is not how to understand what it negates. It is a blessing of timing and realized silence. When understood it will create a resilience, from one to the next, then, back to the first. A moment just started, yet ends with a birth, existing temporarily without knowing, behind the physical form that is showing, intention invented for frustration prevented, connecting to unify, equal sound presented, time to simplify, for the lesson was given, what I learned and where I will be driven, to the next point in time and place in space, erratic pattern understood in style and grace.
With courage and a surrender to action, life information guides toward an intention, angels watch over to guide you, God orchestrates what's connected through, faith interacting within a community, a support system needed, part of humanity, to live what I'm capable of, while alive, the memories of love at a time of goodbye, gentle reminders with divine intervention, signs throughout the day that God mentions, a reminder in the experience of this writing, a situation that puts awareness in sighting, overlooking the idea within the blindness. I will refocus on what is forgiveness.
Completing a format of what to trust. It's not required to make this a must, rather a suggestion to follow intuition, as to how I feel about a situation, a unifying line around silence of mind, This is hidden within to possibly find knowledge of coincidental events, safely rewarding what this prevents, the best I know how to do, the heart reveals. Moving me though, 4, 3, 2, 1, just for fun, or change the direction to run, so I can see this is merely a walk, intention displayed in informational talk.
If there was a circuitry of the soul, mechanical in the way I was told, there would be a connection throughout, independently and honestly. I have doubt, a thought moving towards a goal, destination paid for with some gold, a metal made from lyrical alchemy, as a focused mind moves towards destiny, strength of mind to maintain sanity. Now I can let it go, for what next will be, pick up the pieces and continue on, as this new moment is born, within an orchestra's complete unity. I've been given a mind to play with reality.
One way towards the other. I could find it to be a bother, if I haven't labeled it as good or bad. There is no reason to be happy or sad, to find out what will be continuous, a circular rotating line of trust. An expression requires variable intent, to perceive a view of satisfied content, one molecular bond against another, magnetic forces arrange as the field covers, in and out of existence, scientifically, the way it was told to me specifically, so I'll move through life carefully. I believe this happens substantially.
This might be thought of as the next step, what the mind lets go of and what is kept. If there was a doorway to something else, would I agree with who I am within myself? If to open with a key of what's inside of me, this would allow what could be, to just be, while the time cycles may continue, an ordinary pattern of what to do, outside of what I've stepped into, for all that I've been through, in front of me or behind my view. There is no key when there is a clue. What is honestly a good connection? I can approach a door of thought selection.